Imagine a desktop supercomputer capable of 1 petaflop of AI computing power right on your desk. That's the mind-blowing promise of Nvidia's Project Agents, just one of the many groundbreaking innovations that stole the show at CES 2025. Welcome to the AI Funnel by Konstantina Giannopoulou, where we sift through the hype to uncover the real impact of AI on our world. Today, we're diving deep into the biggest trends from CES 2025, exploring how AI is becoming an essential part of everything we do, from gaming and content creation to autonomous driving and even marketing.
It really is incredible to see how quickly AI is moving from a theoretical concept to a tangible reality. CES 2025 was a testament to that shift.
Absolutely. Let's start by setting the stage. CES was absolutely dominated by AI, with every major player showcasing new products and platforms that leverage AI in some way. But let's move beyond the hype and really unpack what this means for you. What stood out to you as the most significant trend at CES?
One of the most fascinating developments is the rise of what we call agentic AI. This goes beyond AI simply generating content. It's about AI agents that can autonomously complete complex tasks. Think of an AI that can manage your inventory, personalize your healthcare treatments, or even troubleshoot industrial equipment without any human intervention.
Okay, that's starting to sound less like a futuristic fantasy and more like something that could impact our lives in the very near future. Can you give me some concrete examples of how this is actually playing out?
Absolutely. Take Nvidia, for example. They weren't just showing off their impressive new GeForce RTX 50 series graphics cards, which are a major leap forward in performance for gamers and creators. They're also pushing the boundaries of AI with projects like Project Digits, a desktop supercomputer that puts petaflop-level AI computing power in the hands of developers.
I have to admit, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what a petaflop even means in practical terms. Is this just about making prettier video games, or is there something deeper going on here?
It's about far more than just graphics. This level of computing power opens up entirely new possibilities for AI development. Developers can now build and train incredibly complex AI models on their own desktops without needing access to massive data centers. This could accelerate the development of everything from new medical diagnostics to self-driving car algorithms.
So we're talking about a democratization of AI development, where more people have access to the tools they need to create groundbreaking applications. That's pretty exciting. But Nvidia wasn't the only company making waves at CES, right?
Definitely not. HP, for instance, made a big splash with their ZBook Ultra G1A14, touted as the world's most powerful 14-inch mobile workstation. This is clearly aimed at professionals who need top-of-the-line performance for demanding tasks, showcasing how AI is becoming embedded in the tools we use for our work.
But it wasn't just about raw power. They also showcased the HP Z Captus, a device that won a CES Innovation Award for its ability to blend the physical and digital worlds. Can you explain what that means in practical terms? What are the real-world applications of a device like this?
Imagine being able to manipulate digital objects as if they were real physical objects, using a combination of sensors and haptic feedback. This technology could revolutionize fields like design and engineering, allowing professionals to interact with 3D models in a much more intuitive and immersive way.
That's a great example of how AI is not just about automating tasks, but also about creating entirely new ways for humans to interact with technology. It seems like we're on the cusp of a major shift in how we work, create, and even play.
Absolutely, and CES 2025 offered a glimpse into that future. But alongside these exciting developments, there are also some valid concerns about the potential downsides of AI. One example that caught my attention was X, formerly Twitter, introducing Trend Genius, an AI-powered tool that automatically boosts ad campaigns based on trending topics. This raises some interesting questions about how AI is shaping the way information is presented to us and how our attention is being directed. Could AI-driven marketing become so sophisticated that it starts to feel manipulative? It's a conversation worth having as these tools become more prevalent.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit unsettling to think about AI algorithms deciding what we see and don't see online. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about a company that's tackling a much more tangible problem: battery life. Swipit unveiled a fast-charging system that can swap phone batteries in just 2 seconds. Is this the end of battery anxiety as we know it?
It certainly seems like a game changer. Their system uses a special battery cartridge that you can swap out in a flash, eliminating the need to wait around for your phone to charge. This is a great example of how innovation can happen even in seemingly simple areas, and it could have a major impact on how we use our mobile devices.
Yeah, imagine being able to swap out a dead battery as quickly as you change a roll of film in an old camera. That's a level of convenience we've been dreaming of for years. But let's go back to the topic of agentic AI for a moment. We talked about how it's being used by companies like Nvidia. But how widespread is this trend? Are other companies embracing this technology?
Absolutely. Accenture, for example, is using agentic AI to personalize care for patients in clinical trials. Imagine an AI that can analyze a patient's genetic makeup and medical history to determine the best possible treatment plan. This is just one example of how this technology is being applied across various industries.
That sounds incredibly promising. But I also wonder about the potential risks. Are we comfortable handing over such important decisions to machines? What about the potential for bias in these algorithms?
Those are crucial questions, and it's vital that we have open and honest discussions about the ethical implications of AI as it becomes more sophisticated. We need to ensure that these systems are designed and implemented responsibly, with appropriate safeguards in place to mitigate potential risks.
It's clear that AI is advancing at an incredible pace. And CES 2025 gave us a glimpse into a future where AI is integrated to almost every aspect of our lives. But alongside the excitement, there's also a sense of uncertainty and even anxiety. Do you think these fears are justified?
Well, I think it's natural to feel a bit apprehensive when faced with such rapid technological change. The key is to approach AI with a balanced perspective, recognizing both its immense potential and the potential challenges it presents.
Speaking of challenges, one of the biggest concerns surrounding AI is its potential impact on the job market. If machines can automate complex tasks, what does that mean for the future of work? Are we all destined to be replaced by robots?
I don't think it's as simple as robots taking over all the jobs. While some tasks will undoubtedly be automated, new jobs will also emerge. The key is to adapt and upskill, focusing on developing skills that are difficult for AI to replicate, such as creativity, critical thinking, and complex problem solving.
So it's less about job displacement and more about a shift in the skills that are in demand. What advice would you give to someone who's worried about the future of their career in an AI-driven world?
Embrace lifelong learning and stay curious. The skills that are valuable today might not be the same skills that are needed tomorrow. Be open to new opportunities, and don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone.
That's sound advice for anyone, regardless of their field. But let's get back to CES for a moment. One of the most futuristic concepts showcased was the flying car. Is this something we can realistically expect to see in our lifetimes? Or is it just a pipe dream?
Well, while it might sound like science fiction, XPeng Aero HT unveiled a flying car at CES that already has over 2,000 pre-orders. It's essentially a minivan that transforms into a giant drone, and it's expected to retail for around $280,000.
A minivan drone. Now that's an image I need to wrap my head around. But seriously, do you think flying cars will become a common sight anytime soon?
There are still some hurdles to overcome, including regulatory issues and the high price tag, but the technology is evolving rapidly, and I wouldn't be surprised to see more flying vehicles in the skies within the next decade or two.
It seems like we're living in a time of unprecedented technological advancement, and CES 2025 certainly highlighted that fact. But amidst all the innovation, there's also a growing awareness of the need for sustainability. Did you notice any trends in that area at CES?
Absolutely. Many companies showcased eco-friendly products and initiatives, from solar-powered devices to energy-efficient appliances. There's a growing recognition that we need to develop and use technology in a way that minimizes its environmental impact.
That's encouraging to hear. It seems like there's a growing movement towards responsible innovation, considering not just the technological possibilities, but also the ethical and environmental implications.
It's a positive sign, and I think it reflects a broader shift in societal values. Consumers are becoming more discerning, demanding products and services that are not only innovative, but also sustainable and ethical.
So it's not just about what technology can do, but also about how we use it to create a better future. CES 2025 showcased the incredible potential of human ingenuity, but it also reminded us that we need to be mindful of the choices we make and the direction we're heading in.
I couldn't agree more. Technology is a powerful tool, but it's ultimately up to us to decide how we use it to shape our world.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
And I appreciate your insights. CES 2025 was a whirlwind of innovation, and it's left me feeling both excited and a bit overwhelmed.
It's certainly a lot to process, but it's also incredibly inspiring. We're living in a time of remarkable change, and it's up to each of us to engage with these advancements and shape the future we want to see.
It's been a fascinating journey exploring the cutting edge of AI and technology. But before we go, I want to bring it back to our listener. What do you think, listening to all this, is the most important thing to keep in mind as we navigate this rapidly evolving technological landscape?
For me, it's the importance of staying informed and engaged. AI is no longer a distant concept. It's shaping our world in profound ways. And it's crucial that we understand its implications. We need to ask questions, challenge assumptions, and make sure that technology is being developed and used in a way that benefits all of humanity.
I completely agree. We can't just sit back and let technology happen to us. We need to actively shape its direction. And that starts with education and awareness.
Exactly. The more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions about its role in our lives. And that goes for everyone, not just tech experts. AI literacy is becoming essential in today's world.
So what's one concrete step our listener can take today to become more AI literate? Besides subscribing to this podcast, of course.
Well, there are so many great resources available online and in libraries. Start by exploring reputable sources of information about AI, such as research papers, articles, and documentaries. Don't be afraid to dive into the technical details, but also look for explanations that are geared towards a general audience.
And don't just consume information passively. Engage with it critically. Think about the potential implications of AI for your own life, your career, and your community. Have conversations with friends and family about these issues. The more we talk about AI, the better prepared we'll be to navigate its impact.
That's a great point. We need to move beyond the hype and the fear and have open, honest conversations about the future we want to create with AI.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into CES 2025. Thank you so much for joining us on the AI Funnel. We hope this episode has sparked your curiosity and given you some food for thought.
It's been a pleasure.
And to our listener, remember, stay curious, stay informed, and stay engaged. The future of AI is in our hands. This is the AI Funnel signing off.